Hey guys, what's up? It's Ashley and I'm back with another video. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, just so you won't miss any new videos I'm coming out with, because I'm just gonna be popping them out like that. But today's video, I wanted to go do something a little bit more natural and an updated eyebrow tutorial. So this is gonna be a little talk through video. I'm just gonna explain to you some of the things that I like to do on an everyday basis when I like to tame my brows. As you can see, if you cannot tell, my eyebrows are a mess. They're very long. I have like really thick hair, so my eyebrows tend to be full and curly and unruly. They actually grow really long, like the hairs itself. It's not so much as like bushy. They're just really long and they're curly, and the hairs get long and they curl, and my ends get real frazzled. I really don't wax or thread my eyebrows often, maybe 3 to 4 times a year, if that. This year I think I've only done it like 2 times. Once for my birthday and when I went on vacation. So I don't really touch them because I don't want them to get a mess. Because once you lose those hairs, they ain't no coming back. And I'm not really trying to get into the whole microblading and all that kind of stuff. So I just wanted to show you guys how I clean my eyebrows up and make them look really snatched, and what I do on a day-to-day basis. So let's get into the video. So as far as right now, what I'm using for eyebrow products is 2 things. Either an eyebrow pencil, which I get from my local beauty supply store. This is just an eyebrow pencil by NICKA New York, and it just looks like this, if you guys can see it. It has a little spoolie brush on the end, and the other end is just the pencil. And this is in the color brown, nothing special. This was like $1, $2. And if I'm not using this, I'm using this Ardell eyebrow palette, and it's like 4 different shadows. And the shadows are really not necessarily shadows, they're like powders, and they're really pigmented and really good. And it also comes with a brush with a spoolie end and an angled brush on the other end, and it comes with some eyebrow wax, which I typically don't use to help tame them. I just usually brush my eyebrows in place. So for right now, my eyebrows are a mess, and the first thing I like to do is just brush the hairs into place like this. And as you can see, all of this right here is just a mess. Like, I'm gonna cover all of that up. So the first thing I like to do is usually sharpen my pencil, because I like to have a really sharp base to begin with. And as you can see, it's very sharpened. And what I like to do is, see, my eyebrows are so curly. What I like to do is give myself that shape that I really want. I want the nice rectangle, you know, beginning. I want it to be really clean. And I'm just gonna go over right above my natural eyebrow shape. I'm just gonna go right above that and draw a straight line. I've been like doing my eyebrows. That's like one of the first things I've ever learned how to do since like 2008, I want to say. That's when I really started getting into makeup. So almost 10 years. And the thing I learned about eyebrows is the tip that I like to tell people that are just getting into makeup, or they want tips on how to make their eyebrows look really good. Everybody's eyebrows are not the same. Like, the fullness, the definition, the way it's gonna come out is not gonna look like the next person's. Like, my eyebrows are really full. That hairs in itself are really full. So I never got that gradual gradient effect where it's really light and then gets dark, because my eyebrows are full all the way through. And I learned to just accept, like, that's my kind of eyebrow look. Like, I'm not gonna have that, because my eyebrows are just naturally full. Like, I'm not gonna blend them out until they get to that point. I'm not gonna start my eyebrows from right here just so they can have that effect. Like, that's just not what it's gonna be, because I'll just look like a mess. So as you can see, I didn't fill nothing in. I just really gave them the shape that I'm going for. And this eyebrow tends to be a little bit lower than this one in the front. So I'm just gonna give it that shape. Sometimes I go in with this pencil to fill it in, but right now I'm just gonna use it to define the shape of my eyebrow. So now I'm gonna do the other eyebrow. So as you can see, I gave my eyebrows the shape I want already. It's a difference. They look more defined, a little bit more polished. So like I said, sometimes I go in with the pencil and I just fill it in, but lately I've been like mixing it up. So I'll go in with this Ardell eyebrow powder. I got this from Walmart. I think it was probably about $6 or something like that. So it wasn't bad at all, and it's Ardell. Like, Ardell is bomb. So I knew it would be good. I go into this dark brown shade, and I just use it to fill in my eyebrows very lightly. Not too much. Like I said, my eyebrows are really, really full and within itself. And I just go up in the front, and I just fill it in like so. Very lightly. Then I just take the other end of this brush, of the dual-sided end brush, the spoolie side, and I just brush that in to blend it out. There you go. See, look at that. Look at the difference already. Do the other eyebrow. If you don't have this, or you just have like some eyeshadows on hand, a brown eyeshadow would do just fine. Like, it would do justice. Eyebrow gels, I mean, it's all to your preference. I'm not really into eyebrow gels or fillers or anything like that. That's not typically what I use. I just stick to what I know or what I like. I try different things, but I typically don't really fall for them like that. So now that I filled them in and gave them that shape that I want and that fullness that I want, the next thing I like to do is sharpen them up. Now this is the part that everybody likes. This is what snatches the brows. So if I want to do an eyeshadow look, I'll usually use a lighter concealer underneath the eyebrows. But for regular everyday to day things, I like to just go in with the same color concealer as my skin complexion. So I have a couple of concealers if you guys want to know. My number one concealer that I use for my eyebrows almost all the time, especially for a day-to-day look, is the LA Girl Pro Concealer. If you haven't seen it, I don't know what rock you've been living underneath. These are like $2 to $3 at my local beauty supply store. I know some places they tend to go a little up. The most I'll see it for is about $5, but they range from $2 to $5. $2 to $5. So I'm in the color Fawn, and that's the color closest to my skin color. So I have a gazillion of them because I use them all the time. And if I don't use Fawn, there's this Maybelline Fit Me concealer, and this is in the color Cafe 30. And this concealer is very close to my skin tone too. If you can't get to a beauty supply store and a drugstore is closer to you, if you're that skin tone, this is very close to consistency. It's a little bit thinner than this LA Girl Pro Concealer, which is kind of thick. This is a little bit thinner, but it's very, very good. You can wear it thin. It's like wearing nothing. It's perfect. And if I don't use that and I want to do something a little bit more high end, as you can see, these tubes are squeezed out. They're old. I had these for a long time as well because they don't even use this packaging anymore. And this is by Kat Von D. This is her Lock It In Tattoo Concealer. And I have two colors, the color Deep 34 and Deep 36. So Deep 34 is it's a tad bit lighter, which I'm coming into that now because it's getting cooler out. So I'm a little bit lighter. Deep 36 is normally my skin tone when it's like the warmer months. So for today, I'm gonna go in with the color Fawn. And I'm just gonna use it to, let's see, this one's almost empty. Let's use another one. I'm just gonna take this, I'm gonna use a flat concealer brush. This is a Morphe concealer brush. And what I like to do is, I take kind of a lot, and I just go right along the edge of my eyebrow. Right when I clean it up, and just follow the shape. Give me a nice high arch. All that extra hair down here that I don't want nobody to see because it's growing out of control, I'm just gonna cover that up. I like to work with the bottom first. There's no real reason behind it, it's just what I like to do. And the same thing with the other one. So as I lay it on a little bit thick right along the edge, I just take it and I just blend it down. The same brush. Just bring it down. As you can see, it creates a nice sharp look. Like, it really cleans the brows up, give you that fresh, just got waxed or threaded look. Especially when you use a lighter concealer, it really, really gives you that effect. And I'm just gonna pat where the extra hairs are. I'm just gonna pat the concealer right on top of that. I don't want to blend it too hard because it'll just come right off. So I just go like that. Then I'm gonna go and do the same thing on the top just to really, really clean them up. Blend that out. Okay, to really, really clean this up, I'm gonna go in with the blending brush. This is a Dome Shadow Brush by Real Techniques. I just like to blend out the outer edges of the concealer. Well, I'm gonna blend it right into my skin, just so it won't be hella obvious. To my eyes. And that's really it. This is how I snatch my brows on a day-to-day basis to give me this, you know, snatched eyebrow look. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next video.